Alrighty, hey there everyone. We are back with some more hardcore Minecraft. Last time we went out to a couple of ocean monuments, got some more sponges, and that was it. For 40 minutes we just went out and we got a bunch of sponges. So cool stuff. Uh is this actually streaming? Yes. Okay, little odd. Anyways, we are back, we've got our stuff, and we have got some work to do. I'm also thought about it a little bit. I'm gonna change some of this stuff. So I always want that on. That can be in the overlay. I think we'll just do player position and overlay. I don't think I really need my coordinates most of the time, so I'll kind of leave that alone. Yeah, so then we've just got our day count. Well, if it is proper enough, let me see here, player coordinates. Yeah, see, like they unfortunately load everything and then section relative obviously isn't useful, so I wish it didn't load all of that extra information. Like if it was just coordinates and not like all the block coordinates, this would be good, but there's a little bit too much bloat. But yeah, we'll just leave that in the overlay. And now, we've got it back if we need it, so it's fine. Or rather when we need it, I guess. Anyways, what was I saying? Yes, we need to do some organizing in our storage system for a little bit. Today, I have decided that we are going to build the Guardian Farm after all. We took the time to go map everything out, and, I feel like we've definitely have all this stuff just laying around. So we should be able to grab all the materials out of here and see what we can do. I'm also going to be back here at some point to help reduce the number of item frames, trying it out. Doo-doo frames. Yeah, it's not like too bad. Like I'm still at 60, but if I look around and I try to load too much, it dips ever so slightly. But it's a good idea long term to like knock down the number of item frames just because this wall will kind of have to have them unfortunately, but it's a small corner so nobody cares. Same deal with the nether stuff. Um, but yeah, since everything tends to follow the same pattern of like block, stair, slab, wall, or fence, right? You can whittle it down to just one frame here and then have the physical block itself like embedded in the floor kind of deal, like that. And then that helps to represent what's going on. So I will be back at some point to make those changes, but that's kind of my thought process. So we will come back for that another time. Let's see here, polished basalt. Yeah, we'll just tuck that in there. Don't really care right now. All right. We are gonna also take a minute to do a little bit of organizing. So let's see here. Hop into here, grab some of our slime, and we'll pop all that stuff in there. Actually, we technically would want some slime, so we actually don't even want to put this away yet. Well, let's put most of it away. Let's just hold our horses here a little bit, right? So we got that. Go back away in there. Sponges. Sponges are a little odd. We're gonna put those in an ender chest because we're gonna dry those out in the nether fairly soon, I would say. That'll be good. And we've still got some work to do here, so let's see. Doors. We'll take the doors out. And we're also just gonna leave... Yeah, we'll leave all that there. That's not really too important. We'll leave everything there. We can sort that out later. I mainly just want to get everything put together. Yeah. 4 stacks of glass, 3 stacks of building blocks, 6 stacks of scaffolding, 3.5 stacks of soul sand. We'll do exact quantities, but it's just going to take me some time, so we will get to it when we get to it. Empty boxes. Yes, over here. There we go. And if we can get up into there, that is where we've got our doors. And let's see here. Go. Bamboo, door. But yeah, we need to think of it more like a coordinate grid, right? Where it's like, this row is trapdoors, then doors, and then this column is wood type, wood type, etc. So we need to think of it more like a coordinate grid instead of mapping out every single possible thing. That'll help to reduce lag because we'll have less entities in here and all that good stuff. So yeah, it's worth doing, but don't have to do it right this second or nothing. Let's also get some extra food again. Used up quite a lot last time from dealing with everything. Do 6 stacks of scaffolding and we have more in the back if we need it. There we go. And yeah, all we gotta do is put everything together in our handy dandy shulker box. Like so. And let's see here. We may need to go to the end to go get some more obsidian. So we'll see what happens there. But again, we're getting ahead of ourselves, so let's take a second to just kind of stop and breathe, right? Short on glass. Okay. Also, what kind of building block do we want to use? Nope, that's not happening. Doing on obsidian. Nope, not good. So we will definitely have to take a step back. Good amount of soul sand. Go. That's covered. Well, we should have some extra polished blackstone, right? Yeah, it's building blocks. I think it would be good. Yeah, we got a little bit of blackstone. Do a little something like that. Make some polished blackstone. There we go. Alright. Blackstone. Polished blackstone. There we go. That'll be our building block because I said so. It's really that simple. And let's see here. Tuck all that away in there. Go there. And we're going to need our obsidian as well. Oh, and we're going to need 4 water buckets. Luckily we can grab. We'll put those away in there for right now. Alright. And we want a second empty shulker box for redstone components, so let's go ahead and grab some of that. Alright, let's see here. Seven redstone dust. 3 redstone blocks, but we'll just craft it with the dust that we have. Redstone blocks. We need 2 comparators. And we have just enough. Comparators, 2 sticky pistons. This top one here. Alright. Here we go. I have to get some lily pads too. Hoppers. We need 30 hoppers. We should have enough. Wow, just enough. Two hopper minecarts as well. And some rails. 2 rails to be exact. Rails. Back with me. Here. Got those. Need some iron for some minecarts. There we go. water buckets. $15 torches. Some extra ender pearls. Some slime blocks. Those can go in there. 38 junk items. Yeah, you know. We'll do iron nuggets. No. Alrighty, what else? Lily pads we'll get later. We need iron trapdoors. Okay, well, need that iron back after all. Huh? Oh, should have thought of that. 4 iron trapdoors. It's up there. We're gonna have to go to the trading hall and get some more glass. Alright, let's see here. What else? Chests, ladders, all that other kind of crap. Box of rails can go away. I feel like I already had a thing of iron bar somewhere too, but it's probably down here somewhere. Nope. Oh, it was up top, wasn't it? It was in my valuable thing. Right? Yeah, here we are. Two iron bars. Three wooden trapdoors, and then some fences, fence gates, etc. Let's go grab those. That'll be pretty easy. Wrong layer. Right, yeah. Okay. It's bound to happen. Yeah, we do need 4 gates. Okay. 4 gates. Few fences. Ladders, walls, and chests. Oh, and the trapdoors as well, right? Yeah, wooden trapdoors. Let's see here. Yep, we need 3 wooden trapdoors. There we go. Oh, lily pads was another thing we needed, right? Okay. Alright, we've almost got everything. We're very close. We just need to get a little bit more stuff here. Mainly ladders. I know we had ladders laying around in something somewhere. There we are. How many do we need? 8. 8 ladders. 16 walls. Which we'll go grab, oh, right. We can cook some of this up in the walls. Alright. And now we just need chests. They're kind of the big one here. And obsidian. So chest, obsidian, and glass. Oh, that's where it was. It was all in here. That's right. I was like, I know I had it around here somewhere. Go, 60 chests. Right, we have literally everything else in exact quantities just fine, including our junk items. Uh, yes, we just need lily pads there. We need some glass there. We're a little bit over on these for a specific reason. And yeah, okay, well, we're almost done. So what we're going to go ahead and do is pop on up to our bed, sleep, and then we will take a trip to the end after we hit up our trading hall. And then we will have everything. So that'll be cool. Luckily, this should be a pretty easy build, so it won't be too bad. It'll be 2 stacks of obsidian. Well, more specifically, a stack in 58, but we're getting 2 stacks. Let's be real here. Come on. It's gonna happen. Let me pause here momentarily. And there we go. It is Minecraft, Lenny. It's very cool. It's like first we mine, then we craft. Let's Minecraft. Definitely got the iron. Gonna need to do some emerald trading here. There's a good chance as any to get all of our tools all fixed up, so. Can't trade that fast anymore, I guess. Damn. I also think it's time to get rid of the Ender Pearl chunk loader that we have out by the trading, not the trading hall, by the breeder. It's probably going to be causing a lot of our lag issues since we're constantly keeping those villagers loaded. So it's time to let it go. Sure, that'll help with the frame rate too, so nothing but good stuff to turn that off. We'll just get the levels in the meantime. Alright, well, we will go ahead and take a second to get all this iron put away. There we go. Hop on over and go get this taken care of. I can only imagine that this thing has been quite the mess, so. There we go. So that'll stop this area from being loaded, which is good, because now that we have all of the villagers we could ever want, we don't need them here. As you can tell by the spherical villager. He is ideal. He is many. Anyways, wonder if I cut the water off, if they would just, like, explode outwards. I don't know. I don't want to test that, so. I'm sure they've been killing themselves from entity cramming at this point, but it'll be fine. Alrighty. Well, you've got to trade up for a little bit of glass here. Shouldn't take too long. Let's not hold our sword out just in case, because, you know, accidents happen, right? Alright, that should cover us on glass. Perfect. That covers us on glass. Those lanterns, I don't really care, just gotta go somewhere. Alright, so the only thing we have left to get is our obsidian. We need 2 stacks of obsidian for all of the portals. And then we also need lily pads too. So I think there was a swamp nearby that we can go to go get some lily pads real quick. And then we just have to pop over to the end to go get some other stuff. But I want to say there was a swamp out in this direction. Yeah, there it is. Perfect. There's lucky. I think today too, after we do the Guardian farm, we're going to take some time with some lodestones and we're going to dot them around the world at important locations, and then we'll sync him up with a compass, and then we'll rename all of the compasses, because I really do want to do that bundle trick that I had talked about in the past, where we just have a set of bundles filled with compasses, we rename them properly, and we can actually have like all of our markers. Because, you know, right now we have to hit F3 to open up our coordinates, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's, you know, it would be interesting to have a world where you don't have to have coordinates up all the time, you know? I think lodestones can be a really good way for that. That's kind of like what they were designed for and all that good stuff, so a little different, but alright, let's see here. That should be everything that we truly need to grab at this time with what we have access to. Just looking over our material list. Yes, all of this looks correct. Oh, you know what we do need though? That. There we go. Now everything's correct. Okie doke. Yep. So with this, we will have every single possible item, again, other than the obsidian, which we are working towards. Yep, we got everything else. Let me check his pinned comments, because there might be... There's lower spawn rates. Dang. It's still fine, though. Let me see here. He has no pinned comment either, so nothing's really changed at all with it. I mean, there's some extra stuff in here if you want to do an additional spawning area, which just requires more obsidian, building blocks, and scaffolding, but I'm going to build it exactly how the tutorial has for now, and we'll make a decision a little later. So, we'll see. Not going to worry too much about it for the time being, though. Do what we got to do. You know, we got to head back to our nether portal and go get the rest of this stuff done. And I definitely did get the lily pads, right? Yes. Okay. Just want to make sure. Alright, quick pop over to our end portal. Shouldn't take too long. If I remember which way we are going, that is, or that we're supposed to go. I don't think it was towards 0, 0. It might have been, actually, yeah. Alright, well, let's get ready to land here. We'll take the Ace Boat Road. Maybe it was all the way out here and then it was out to the left. Yeah, here we go. Perfect. This is the chunk loader I used since I have a cobblestone farm that's tied to all this good stuff, but I haven't had this turned on in a hot minute because it's kind of doesn't really need to be turned on, frankly. Wow, that gets a little loud. Yeah, I hope you don't like your eardrums because you've lost them, but that's okay. But yep, here we are in the end. Good old end. There are also a bunch of Endermen that walk through the end portal at this side, so that causes a couple of issues. This is also our Wither Rose and XP farm. Also doubles as our slime farm if we really wanted to as well, but actually no, not this specific variant of it, but point still stands, still good stuff to have. This is exclusively for Wither Roses, so it's neat. I like it. Some good custom work that I did. Alright, well, let's see here. We need 2 stacks. There's 2 stacks of obsidian. We're probably going to double it because we're kind of low on obsidian anyway, so we'll probably go for 4 stacks. And unfortunately, there's no quick and easy way through all this stuff. You just kind of have to mine it. Well, technically, we could just do piglin bartering to probably trade up for a bunch of the obsidian, but I don't want to do that. It would be cool to have a wither-based obsidian farm eventually, but, you know, that takes time. What would actually be really cool is if the cobblestone farm that I use was made by Raiseworks, if there was like an integration you could have with a wither-based obsidian farm to produce cobblestone and obsidian in like the same farm, that would actually be quite useful. Or at least have a way to disable the well, I guess you could disable the cobblestone from appearing by getting rid of the lava or the water, right? Well, especially the lava. But, I don't know. We would have to look into that, see if we could homebrew something together. And I think that would be worth doing. Paper, that shouldn't be impossible, but in reality, who knows? Oh, we've almost got a stack of obsidian, so that's good. I still need to finish the Wither Skeleton farm spawn proofing at some point. Especially now that we have all the cobblestone that we need to make all the slabs, it just takes time, you know? We'll get there one day. I need to build the ice boat road out to that as well. That's another issue too, but, you know, I don't want to build infrastructure right now. Well, not right this second. Maybe we'll do some today, but I somehow doubt it. But we are overdue for what it's worth on a lot of that stuff, so it might be worth doing it, you know? You get a stack in 25. Well, probably a stack in 26 had this not gone away. Actually, this is a separate thing, so you still get it, but interesting. If we do 2 layers, then we should get more than enough obsidian for what we gotta do, and we'll have some nice extra. Which you gotta have, right? Especially because we keep building portals in weird spots, so it's just good to have backup obsidian. now we officially have all the materials for this entire farm. But again, we're just gonna mine out this whole obsidian layer, and then once we do that, we'll go ahead and go build the farm. Shouldn't be too bad. The only other thing, though, we're gonna have to reorganize our inventory a little bit, and I'm also gonna have to bring out my golden apples that I have. I'm pretty sure I've got some in an ender chest that I should be able to use. I think I had like a stack. Oh, you know what it was? I left that at the trading hall because I was like, oh, I'm gonna be using them for doing stuff there. Dang. All right. Well, shoot, we will fix that momentarily. But I want some regular golden apples or some quick healing in case things go wrong, you know? As things tend to do when you work with Guardians. That was actually how I almost died in my first hardcore world. I'm not even sure because it's been so long, but either I popped a totem or I got extremely close to popping one or just straight up dying because it was before totems. I think it was my first pop totem, I want to say. It was probably two Guardians, but I don't know. Yeah, we're not going to do the whole layer. Fuck that. I've decided against it. We'll just finish this little chunk that we got here. And then we will go ahead and grab whatever else we got. Ah, I lied. That's good enough. 2.5 stacks is plenty for what we need right now, so we don't really need more than that. We'll just pop all that away there. We officially have all the materials for the entire farm. Now we can head on out of here. Alrighty. So what else have we got to do? I don't think we have to do anything else, right? Alright. Well, we're gonna get ready to build this thing. Golden apples. Yes, that's what I wanted. Right. Okay. I think we can actually just make some here at home. Instead of having to go all the way back to the trading hall. Let me see here. Here to have some apples. Yes. Not a lot, but you know what? We don't need like a full stack or nothing. Let's just take some of those. There we go. Pop those away back in there. And in one of these, there we are. What's that? There's our extra gold. Okay, good. So we got that taken care of. Good, good, good. Those away. Right, there we go. I'm gonna put my torches away. We don't really need those at the moment. Same deal with, well, actually, that can go in there. We'll keep that for easy access. And otherwise, the rest of this stuff makes enough sense. So, yeah. Except for the hoe, though. I guess we can keep that away. We'll put our fortune pickaxe away. And yeah, I think that's fine. Okay. That should help clean up our inventory just a little bit. Alrighty. Now we are going to need coordinates, though. We need to fly here by hand. About 2,000 blocks one direction, another 1,000 in another. Let's just pop through. And let's see here. Where do we want to go? 25871, 29. We want to go negative z, negative x. Technically, it should actually be close to this iceberg biome. Somewhat close. At least on the z-axis it ought to be. Yeah, we're going to go negative x from here. Blocks, so I think 2,000 blocks. Yeah, 25871. Alright. Oh, we got a little bit of travel time, but nothing to worry about. Sorry, I can't speak today. Kind of a dumbass at the moment, but that's okay. A little tired. Damn, that is a big cave. Cool though. Not what we need. Alright, we are about 1,000 blocks out from where we want to be here. That'd be our target here. Okay, so alright, let's see here. Let's grab some stuff. Alright, that should be good enough to get us started. We'll swim the rest of the way. Okay, so what we're gonna do. Okay. Front corner of the Guardian Farm is what we're looking for, or rather the Ocean Monument. It's gonna be that one there. This is where it's gonna be. We've already cleared this one out from yesterday's expedition, so it shouldn't be an issue. Okay. Alright, let's start with that. Don't worry about all that. That definitely got misaligned. We're going to show hitboxes, we're going to show chunk borders. And we're just going to hold shift to verify that we are on the correct block now. Yes. Okay. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Yes, that is correct. Good. There we go. Okay. So That goes away. There. There we go. Alright, and now it's square time. Here we go. Alright. Here we go. Okay. And now this is where we're going to want our obsidian and our building blocks. Okay. There. Torch there. There we go. Let's do it again on the other side. No. Uh-uh. Put that thing away, mister. That's not very nice of you. You guys need to quit being dickheads. Alright. Anyways. Okay. We don't actually have a whole bunch of anything, so we want to be a little careful. Alright. Yeah, shut your ass up. You don't need to be quiet, you. thought. All right. Okay, these guys are just gonna keep being rude, aren't they? Yeah, I get it. We're doing it though. Oh, these can't actually overextend. Whoops. You stupid bastard. Get the hell out of here. Come on. Why are these things so freaking fat, too? It is seriously annoying how fat guardians are, but whatever. Okay. So, with this done, get it out. Need to leave those there, though, for now. Yeah, be quiet. Also sleep, too, for a little bit. If we can. I'm sure we can. Alright, there we go. Get back with those. Yeah. Need lily pads again. I think it was over this direction. Yes. Alright. So, going out over into here. Start here. Alright. Okay, I did not even spell chords right. Let's see here. We're looking at 25,329, negative 2897. So that's for our portal elevator. That's good. Okay, and then the player AFK will be up next. Alright, 97 scaffolding. Here we go. Feet need to be at Y160, I think it is. But once we hit the top of this, we'll know for sure. You can kind of already see where all the Guardians are starting to spawn. Look at them go. Yep, feet are at 160. So, double chest. There we go. Yes. We're getting there. We're almost done. Well, not really almost, but are getting there though for what it's worth. Why? Why can I hear them trying to shoot from so far away? Makes no sense. Yeah. There we go. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. Alright, hold on. Let's slow our roll up here a little bit. Yep. A little bit of fall there, but that's okay. There we go. Okay, we're gonna need our glass, and we're gonna put all that away there. I think we're gonna need that obsidian soon too. Alright, and then we need to go until our feet are at Y190. Let's see here, we are currently at 166. So it goes. There we are. Right. We don't have. Not bring my flint and steel with me. There we are. Why I didn't think about that until just now. Go. Okay, we're gonna have some work to do. And we are also going to take notes. We want to see negative 25. We want 2, negative 2886. Other side portal is going to be our first set of chords, not this current one. So we didn't need to write down what we wrote down. And I need to pull out my calculator and hurry my ass up. So 25329 divided by 8, rounded down, is going to be negative 3166. And then we need to do 2897 divided by 8, 362.125, rounded down, 362. Yes, okay. So that gets us our coordinates there. Okay. And now we need to actually do a little bit more. How do we want to do this? I guess we can just break out through here. It's fine. All right. We're just going to go ahead and pop right on down here. Yeah, right. Crouching on a slime block. Yeah, who thought that was a smart idea? Dumbass. All right. Well, for what it's worth, I did hit the MLG technically. Didn't really do me any good, but hey, you know, it's fine. All right. Anyways, what we're mainly trying to do now is we are popping through the nether and into everything else here. So, all right. So we're going to want to take our portal back. That hit. You fucking suck. That hit. Whatever. Bastard. It was a clear shot straight at that guy. Alright. Anyways, what we're trying to do here is we're literally just trying to take our portal down, and then we're going to go back to our main nether hub, and then find this area up in the roof. So, you know. It should just be a quick flight back to our existing framework. We have our coordinates book. Yes. 3017 126. Positive X, positive Z. Okay. Would be this fortress. Yeah. Oh, you ain't gonna catch me that easy. You better knock that off. You bastard. You suck ass. Get out of here. He went all the way out of that way to go hit me. It was not nice of him at all. Oh, man. What a petty, petty skeleton. Well, it hardly matters, I suppose. Alright. We're back up here. All fine and dandy. Where are we off to? 3166. 362, I believe that was. Thirty-one 66 362. Okay. Okay, targeted block. Again, that's what we want. Okay, 62 scaffolding. Got our obsidian. We've got some building blocks. Cool. There we are. Yes, that is correct. Here we go. Now we climb. Alright, our feet need to be at Y190. Cool. On our right hand side coordinates. Here we are. I don't think directions matter. Like, we don't have to have it face east to west or north to south. But, you know. I'll line it up with what he does anyways, just to be safe. Currently, he's facing east. Four by four platform side of the portal. I really should not have done it like that. Wow. I should have remembered that that could have killed me. Whoops. Got a little too lax there. But, hey, random. Long time no see, man. How you doing? I should not have dropped off the way I did. I really should have just taken 3 seconds to mine an obsidian and then just go where I was supposed to go. Man. Alright, well, let's try this again. Yeah, I thought I died for a second too, but not this time. Not yet, at least. Yeah, my first reaction has got to quit being, oh, just sit there and don't move, because that's what I do when I play Getting Over It specifically, so that way I don't kill myself. But here it's a little different. Got to take some kind of action to not die and all that. So, you know. Alright, 4x4 on each side. 3 blocks high, and then we also need that scaffolding coming up here soon. Right, he dodges the corners. Okay, well, are we under on scaffolding? Some of that stuff was probably temporary, and I didn't actually treat it as such, so that's why we're under. Weird. Alright, well, luckily we have our extra handy-dandy box that we pull from. Because we've got that. Feather falling is, in fact, a massive W. It always is, and it always will be. It's very nice. That and protection of forks. I don't think feather falling alone would have saved me there, but, you know, that's okay. Okay. So, still need more scaffolding. Here we go. Start with that. Alright, and he has an additional note regarding these fence gates we're about to place down, that apparently we have to rotate them 90 degrees if we're having cramming issues. So instead of them being parallel with the nether portal, they should be perpendicular. Right, okay. That's fine. Go, do a little something like that. There we go. Go. Alright, and here's where our funny little hopper clock is gonna go. We'll get this done. That should be pretty quick. Junk items. Where are the hoppers, Michael? That's cool. Alright, well, we are ever so slightly short on hoppers. Why? Okay. Well, not to worry. Nope, we forgot to pack extra iron. Son of a bitch. Oh, man. Really gonna do this, huh? Yes, we are. Rod, how did that happen? I had counted everything exact, but there might have been a mistake with the actual inventory list. Well, damn. Am I blind? Do I not just have 2 hoppers in my inventory somewhere? No. No, I don't think I do. Well, that's lame. Let's not worry about that right now. Port side goes there. Forgot that somehow. Okay. And then this is where we actually finish the hopper clock, unfortunately. Well, that's annoying now, isn't it? Yep, we're gonna need to head back into the world and go get some hoppers. Damn it. Well, okay, this should still be easy though. We just gotta pop over to our base real quick at 3017 126. So let's see here. Positive Z, positive X. Not a big deal at all. Just a little annoying, but not really an issue. Alright. Nice two hoppers. There we go. Boom. We're already out of here. That was weird. Alright, back through we go. Should really redo our nether area at some point, you know. I haven't messed with that literally since I built it, so. About 100 blocks to go here. Here we are. Okie doke. Here we go. Good. Here we go. Flint and steel. Alright. Nearing the end of it here. This will take us into our drop shaft. Yeah, certainly does. There we go. a little caught up here on stuff. Hang on 1 second. Okay, yep. Alright, okie doke. Blocks over the scaffolding. Wooden trapdoors. Iron trapdoors up next. Alright, and then we're going to want our ladders. Fences. Last two iron trapdoors. Alright. And now let's see, we want our water buckets. That's intentional because that's the water stream that pushes out all the items. That's all good. Alright, now here comes the hard part. We are going to have to place in all that soul sand. That's where all the evil bullshit happens, so... Alright, well, on paper, we've got the actual farm done now. I mean, it really is just a matter of, oh, shit. Okay, we're gonna... Okay. Alright, hold on now. Hold on now. Hold on now. I'm eating a golden apple. I don't want to deal with this right now. Yeah, be quiet. We're gonna swim away here a little bit, and we're gonna get ready for this. Oh my god, you can just see the fucking mess that this thing has created. Alright, that's everything all lit up. Can't fucking see anything, but we're okay. Alright. That's all of them lit up. Okay. Alright. Here's where we're at. Yeah, be quiet, you. Okay. Alright. Okay, there we go. Gets us all of our soul sand. I wish I could fucking see anything, but these stupid fucking beams are in the way. Seriously, why are they so fucking fat, man? Yeah, quit it. I don't want to be here for this. This isn't good. Why the hell did they do a whole freaking heart? Damn it, I ruined by shift clicking. Quit being annoying. This is gonna piss me off. I already know. Guys, just don't go away. Get the hell out of here. Nobody cares. Damn. Alright, well, let's think. Can always give it a little bit of time, but realistically, this ain't gonna do us any good. Fuck it. We just gotta go for it. I really wish I could see, man. Good lord. It is annoying how blinding it is. Like, seriously. Fine, whatever. Holy crap. Like, that's half my health in, like, 3 hits from Guardians. Like, no. That's not good at all. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Damn it. Not time for that. Alright, we gotta get out of here. Uh-oh. Alright, there we go. Alright, okay, look. Got a little bit of breathing room here. Wait, what am I doing? I have night vision. Hang on. 1 second. I don't know why I didn't think of this sooner. This makes life way easier. Let's do one more head count here on these. Yeah, knock it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not gonna worry about drowning. A comparative non-issue from all the bullshit that we normally have to deal with these guys. No, knock it off over there, Dexter. At 7 again. Go back. Get a little bit of air. muddy now, are you? Alright, that should cover it. I think we're good. I think we finally got it. Oh, aye, man. Apparently it looks good to me, so that's nice. Ugh. Anything else tutorial-wise? Nope. That was pretty much everything. We did it. We're done. We did it. So again, that was ENXO4's Instant Guardian Farm. I'll have a link to it in the description once the stream is over. But yeah, highly recommend. 10 out of 10 farm. Only kind of Guardian Farm I've ever personally built, because draining ocean monuments is a much, much more tedious process than whatever we gotta do here. So yeah, good stuff overall. Alright, let's fly on up here real quick. And it should just work. So, gotta go back to. Oh, that looks like it's working to me. Now with something like this, we can get a full box of Guardian parts pretty quickly and easily. Already got a good little chunk of crystals there, fish, all that good stuff. I think we'll get puffer fish, but it'll be a while before we really do, so it's a pretty rare drop if I'm not mistaken. Throw that random glass out. There we go. Hey, pufferfish, what do you know? Alrighty, there we go. Finally wearing off here. Wonder why this guy looks so weird. Forgot it did that. Alright, well, we are full on crystals. Got some extra pufferfish we can go ahead and take back with us. We're full on shards, not crystals, excuse me. And we'll just pick out, like, all the pufferfish, basically. Nope! Beam of instant death, do not look there. That is just an accident waiting to happen at this rate, so no good. Almost stocked up to where I want to be. There we go. That should be fine for now. Alright, so now we need to come up with a way to get here effectively that doesn't involve nether portals if we can help it. So let's think here for a little bit. Let's do our targeted block is going to be negative 25312 161 negative 2877. Okay. We have our trading hall labeled in here? We should. We do. Okay. So thinking about this in terms of where we are in relation to our breeder, for example, we're 2,000 blocks out on the z-axis, so it's not terrible, but it's not exactly nice either. Well, we'll figure that out another time. For now, it should just be a straight line back to the trading hall or the breeder. And literally all we have to do to get here is just fly in a straight line over the dark oak forest, over the birch forest, and then that gets us back there. And then there's the swamp where the trading hall is, so it's not too far of a flight at least, but we definitely need to build a portal a little bit closer though. But I'm not doing that today. I don't particularly care about that. Instead, let's just be happy. We got a crap ton of shards and a crap ton of crystals for sea lantern. So, good stuff. Not to mention we got a little bit of extra pufferfish, so now we can comfortably make water breathing potions, which is pretty nice, and tame nautilus and all that. So good stuff. But we did it. We got that knocked out pretty quick, less than 2 hours. So not bad. What I think we're gonna do now is we're gonna go put some of these boxes away near our storage system. We'll figure out specifics a little later, but for now, let's just get everything in one good spot and kind of go from there. We're gonna go ahead and get a bunch of lodestones. We're gonna get a bunch of compasses. I think I can buy compasses at the trading hall. And with that, we will go around the world and place in a bunch of different compasses in some good spots. So yeah, see how that pans out. Go. Okay, missed my landing. That's okay. Put that. That needs to actually come back with me because I need to try and keep all of this pretty clean. Don't want to be cluttering out my ender chest now. Yeah, we got some prismarine, we got some crystals. We'll be able to have some sections for all the different types of prismarine blocks, including walls and all that, which means that we shouldn't lump it in here. So, yeah. Finally got your account back. Oh, that one account we were talking about last night? Because if you did, that's pretty good. Okay, don't talk about that, though. I'm not so sure about that one. But hey, it's always good for you to get more accounts back. It's after all the crap that ended up happening. But yeah, nice work. Let me see here. What do I gotta do? Lodestones, right. Lodestones, and actually we have enough compasses right off rips. That's good. We'll put pufferfish away in there. There was a one last night. Good, 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 good. Let's see here. I think we're gonna put the lodestone here and not like up higher. Alright, so check this out. This is a really cool tech. So, what you can do, alright, take an anvil, pop in a lodestone, um, and what we're going to do is we're going to look at our targeted block, negative 24,040, negative 873. So then we're going to do base, negative 24,040, negative 873. Boom. And that's in fact where it points. So now, if we put this in a bundle, when we hover over it, you can see we get the name of the lodestone compass and we can see what direction it points in. So, that's really cool. Now, we can't view inventories of bundles and side bundles. That's the only caveat with something like this. That would have to be out in like in a dedicated way, but that would be very, very useful. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some time to go around the world and go note down some important stuff first. So yeah, we're gonna do overworld stuff first, okay? Because I don't want to do any nether related things for a while. Because we're gonna have a bundle for overworld stuff, we're gonna have a bundle for nether stuff, and then we're gonna have a bundle for, well, we don't really need a bundle for end stuff, frankly, because there's not a lot of end stuff, but you know, it'll be pretty cool. So we're more going by like general big locations, right? So we're gonna have one for the Shulker farm because it's already out here, because why not? And then we will have one for the outright other side of the. Yeah, we still need this to jumpstart again at some point. I'll have to manually restock it, but you know, we'll get that figured out in the near future. And let's just keep it above ground. We really want these to be pretty easy to access, you know. We don't want to have, we don't have to be exact with anything, but we do need to be kind of close. Alright, let's see here. Oh, here's what we could do. Duh. You see now how the only difference is the y coordinate, right? Now we can go ahead and pop in our lodestone compass that we just made. So farm is going to be at negative 24,709, negative 1211. And now that goes in there. So now wherever we scroll over, you can see that we've got the text over everything, and it'll point us to the correct direction. So our base is a full 180 degrees, and because I recognize that valley, I know that to be correct. So it's not just like a graphical thing, it's objectively, factually true, which is very cool. And so we keep going down the list. All right, let's see here. Up next is going to be the good old, what's the word? Trading hall. That's the phrase we want to use. And specifically, we're just going to have the one for the trading hall, not like a trading hall and breeder, right? Because the breeder is over there, and it's very close by, and it's very clearly marked. So let's be a little smart about how we do some of this stuff. Where specifically I want this. Trading hall is going to be at negative 25089, negative 957. We'll do something like that. It helps give some lighting on the top and bottom sections, and we'll just put that there. Nice, so good stuff. And up next, we'll go ahead and do the Guardian farm that we were just at, just so that way we can get all that done too. Now let's get some more firework rockets up here. So we know it's due east about 2,000 blocks, but again, gotta have it written down. So out we go. While we're traveling, we could see where we want to go, and then we have it. We can comfortably store up to 12 coordinates in a bundle with this. We can objectively put 64 in here, but because we would have to manually take out some compasses after enough time, it would not be ideal. So unless they add in like a page system, which they frankly should have done to begin with for bundles, where if you scroll it goes to like the next page of 12 or whatever the equivalent is, then we kind of are stuck there. But that ends up being a really nice way to naturally have some important world markers, which is very nice. So obviously we're going to want that. There we are. And we're going to put a nether portal there, so I'm going to pop that down soon, but I want this up here first. Really. Alright. There we go. Okay. Guardian farm is going to be at negative 25313, negative 2878. And we'll just light these up. Just so that way we get all this going. Let this out a little bit. All right. We'll prep the portal. We're not going to fully do it yet, but we will prep it. Five, 4, 3, 1. 8, negative 2860. Whoops, negative 2860. And then our matching coordinates here. Coordinates divided by 8 and rounded down. Let's go ahead and get our handy dandy calculator out. Get it down. That is going to be 25431 divided by 8. It's going to be, we're going to round this one up because it's very close. We're going to do negative 3179. And then we are going to do 2860 divided by 8, and then that's 357. Perfect. And I guess actually, you know what? Put that back. You can comfortably make that with 2 firework rockets. That's nice. I want some shards. There we go. Hopefully that's not too close to anything. I don't know, but we're going to find out when we head back to the trading hall and we go build that portal. And again, if we want to know if we're going the right way or not, trading hall, yep, dead on. There's our shulker farm, there's our base, all that good stuff. So, very cool. I can't even remember where I saw that. I'm pretty positive it was somewhere a Reddit post, but again, super nice little way to actually have coordinates without having to have coordinates pulled up directly every single time, you know. It helps the world to feel a little bit more lived in, which is very nice. Encourages you to actually build infrastructure and like little monuments for those kinds of waypoints, and then you just have them in a bundle, and you can look at it anywhere you go. So it's neat stuff. We'll have one for our. We actually don't even need one for our main ancient city, or even really the secondary one, honestly, to how it's all set up. So, all right, let's get ready to head on out here. Now, it's not going to work, obviously, in the Nether. That's the deal, right? Since these are overworld related. So we could have a bag that has like Nether equivalents, but because we have so much infrastructure up here already, I don't quite want to do that. But at the same time, it would be pretty useful. So, you know, we might actually. We'll see. Can't tell you for sure, honestly, but we will see. All right. Anyways, I know what we do want to do though. That out. and we want to get this out. 3179,357. I like trying to be thematically appropriate with a lot of these if I can help it, so it's fulfilling, you know? Let's throw that out. We'll keep that though, even though it's just one piece of obsidian. And we'll pop on out into here. Nice, there we go. That was what I was afraid of. Fuck me. Oh, god damn it. Ugh, we gotta break that portal. We need our golden apples first, though. Damn it. Oh, man. Wow, okay. Little annoying. Kind of had a feeling it was gonna happen, but wanted to believe. Alright, that should be enough height. Now we dive bomb. Damn it. Alright, let's see if we can move it farther away. I haven't had to deal with this yet since on my other hardcore world. It's the only other place I built a guardian farm, and since it was right next to my base, like literally I could physically walk there and I would be there in like a minute, then like I didn't have to deal with all this. So, first time for everything, right? Alright, let's just, I don't know, let's keep it simple. Let's just go here and let's just walk backwards like 100 blocks or something. We'll go until we're at like, I don't know, negative 280 should be okay. One, negative 3168, negative 280. Alright, this isn't going to sync up anymore, I'm pretty sure, but we're going to see how this goes. -3166, -280. I have no clue where I am, but let's sleep. See a zombie coming towards me. Why, you stupid ass chicken? Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and take this out, right? Should be pretty easy. And then we're gonna go to the edge of everything until we get to the ocean. And then that's where we'll build the new portal, and then hopefully that should sync up with our portal we've just placed down in there. Shouldn't cause us no issues. And then bada bing, bada boom, we're all good to go. So, yeah, we'll give that a try. Let's try again. Where are we looking? We want to go -Z. It's over this whole thing. We'll cut her back. Alright, let's see if this links up properly. Nope. Not even at all. Alright, well, we're gonna have to do some manual flying back. Unless we want to break in through the ceiling, which we can do, but, you know. Alright, and now we gotta get the hell out of Dodge. Alright, let's see where we headed. -Z, not quite where we want to go, I believe. We picked a stupid ass route to go through this basalt delta to get back home. Here we go. Right, thought I could dodge that. Ah, it's fine. Okay. Now what we need to do is we need to take a trip back through the nether get to this portal here, because this is not viable one. So just out of curiosity, no, I can't really de-link a compass unless I break that, and then there's no de-linking it. Right. That's annoying. Put on our chest plate again. And one other thing. Let me go over to Twitch and let me see if I can rewind a little bit to get to the correct chords. I think it's under Creator Dashboard, Content, Video Producer. There we go. Okay. 253242445. Hold up 1 second here. 180 big second. So we're gonna go 25324 divided by 8. No, that's not where we want to go because that's our starting position, not where we finished building that new portal at. Okay, here we go. 25306 divided by 8, 3163, and then 2614 divided by 8, 327. 3163 and 327, both negatives. Guess we don't really. Let's try it here. I think this will still be close enough without being too close. I think it's far enough away. Alright. Please link. Nope. That's annoying. Hi. I wish there was a block that you could put like in the corner of a nether portal while you were building it. And then if you put that same block in a corner of another nether portal, it would just know to like link those two specifically. Like regardless of anything else. As long as the distance was still correct, you know? 'Cause then I could avoid having to do all this crap. Worst part is that wasn't even like crazy far off or anything. It was close, but no cigar. We're also going to dismantle this too, so, you know. You know, I don't think I got the rest of my lily pads in when I'm thinking about it. Probably go pick those up real quick. Nah, let's leave them. I don't want to risk anything. Oh, this is going to be annoying. Where are we at here? We are at 329. Okay, it's basically exactly where we calculated it to be, but just straight upwards. We're going to try and break out of here just going up into the roof. I don't want to fly all the way back and forth again. It's annoying. We're going to get this to work, though. It's going to happen. There we go. Alright. Up into the ceiling we go. Yep, there we go. Could not have picked a dumber way to order this, but that's okay. Second fix. Alright, there we go. Let's give this a try. Alright, we're gonna need more scaffolding. Damn it. I guess we should have just made ladders, but whatever. You sure you can do this with scaffolding? Yes. Okay. 6-3 and then 2-7. Let's just do it here. Go dismantle this old one. Okay, but like seriously, actually for real this time, this should be good. I have no issues here. Again, the main goal is to just avoid that issue we just had where we built our transport portal a little too close to the nether, or to the other side. And that caused a lot of issues because we just had every guardian known to man pop out of it. So don't want a repeat of that. Not at all. Let's see, let's get that. Go. If that works, please let this one work. That's already looking much more promising. That's looking good. You've got a definite link, so. Now we're going to go over and act like we are using the Guardian farm for some amount of time. You could also have this integrate a little bit more directly. Alright. We're definitely getting a couple popping out, but we should be seeing a much bigger amount within 10 to 15 seconds based on our timings. Yep. We're good. So it's not perfect, but it is good enough, where basically we can just pop straight out from a portal like this, use a couple fireworks, get over to the Guardian Farm Killing Chamber, and then boom, we're good. So, yeah, nice work. We're back in it. $31.65, $3.25. Here. 3153, 117. 53. Weird that. I don't think I've ever seen that icon appear like that. That was super odd. Huh. Oh, cool. Alright, let's see here. 3018, 126. We're also going to do one for the end portal and the gold farm as well. And then we don't really access it from the overworld side, we really only do it from the nether side. So we're not going to worry about marking this equivalent in the end, or in the overworld rather. However, we do want to mark our gold farm. We'll put the gold farm like here. You have easier access to it via our storage room. Alright, 2845.81. Nice. Alright, we are doing pretty good on stuff. Q944289. 4289. Split it. I think this is the new terrain. Let me see where my wither skeleton farm is. Um, hmm. Negative 3738, negative 1058. That's going the wrong way anyways. Far. 400 blocks away from our wither skeleton farm. We'd be coming up on it here momentarily. Here we are. And I have not been back here in quite a long time. Forgot how cumbersome it is to actually get down into here. Ah, I guess we had more bones than I thought. Huh. 37, 37, 1062. Huh, got an extra skull. Neat. Nice. Well, out we go. We set up the last one that we really wanted to, the nether. I don't have anywhere else particularly important that needs to have lodestones in the nether. A lot of my main portals are already now accounted for, and quite a lot of them are centered around my base, so as long as I know where my base is, then I will be fine. That also includes like the blaze spawner farm, right? Because I always live right above that, so I don't need like a lodestone going straight to that or nothing. So that'll be good. I guess I could have one for the mining desert portal. That would be a good idea since we tend to need to grab sand often. So mangrove. Oh, that was the nearby mangrove, not the mangrove that I used. Is that the one I even used? 2180, positive 73. Wow, it's quite the flight. How did I get that icon? Is my question. Where like the compass was sticking out of the bundle, like I had it selected somehow. Because if I can figure out how to do that consistently, because there has got to be a way to do it, but if I can get it to do that consistently, I wonder if the compass that it displays, if that actually updates properly or not. Because if it does, then that could be very huge for being able to do some cool stuff. So we'll have to see about that. I think it was out this direction, and then it was a branch, right? Follow the Iceboat Road for a good bit, and then a branch is here. Section off of the gold. I'm not even using the Iceboat Road, even though that was kind of the whole point of that thing being built, you know? Oh, whatever. Where's my anvil? Right, don't tell me I left my anvil behind. Well, we've got 50 more, so it's not like an issue, but if it broke and I didn't realize that, then damn. I definitely left it behind at the Wither Skeleton farm now that I'm thinking about it. 2180, negative 2180, 73, and I'm mining. Alright, we can fit a couple more in here. We can fit up to 4 more compasses before we run out of space for our nether coordinates. But honestly, not much of an issue there. It's like the icon only updates. No, I had to have done it somehow. How the hell did I do it? Because I recognize this icon here, but I could have sworn I had it as an item in my hand. Yeah, see, it is somehow in my hand as well when I'm scrolling like this, but oh man. I mean, we can always take it out too and like have it in our offhand, so like okay, like something like this, right? Say we want to go to our base, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn our F coordinates, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, and we're just gonna be able to go. So we know that when it's in our hand like this, and the icon on the bottom left as well, we know that it is up to date. So we can still have it going there. We just need to make sure we have it in the correct slot. So yeah, okay, that's fine. That turns sharply right here soon. Yeah. Now that we're back at our base, right, we would take this, put it back in the corresponding one, and then we would be done. So, how do we want to do this? Well, I think obviously the nether should be dyed red. I mean, come on, that's a given, right? The nether should be a red bundle. The overworld should be a green bundle, because it's not really a color you associate with the end or the nether, like, at all, like in any capacity, right? It's just a nice, solid green. Maybe a lime, but yeah, we can do lime, yeah. Lime there. Take a piece of red dye. And I think we can rename the bundles themselves in an anvil too. It's inside. Yeah, these are spinning since these are nether related. Overworld UI is points of interest. UI. Try that. Go get some more dyes. So we're gonna get yellow for the end. And for the all one that we have, we're gonna do like white or something. And then all POIs should be. Let's do pink. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it, let's do pink. That sticks out like a massive sore thumb. You can't miss that at all. And then basically, I could then have this out. Yeah, you see how we're doing this now? This is what we want. This is where we've got the good stuff. Alright, so I think we've got a creative way now to have all of our points of interest. And we can also throw in some extra stuff like lodestones or compasses if we have spares of them. But otherwise, it's in a good spot, which is always very nice to see. And we'll just toss that in there. All right, nice, 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 nice. Um, Now we're gonna take some time to do some more renaming. I think we're overdue for this, so fireworks. Sweat that one right now. You already made. Stone. Birds. Video. View. Scaffolding. Do a separate one for paper and gunpowder, so let's go get some more dye again. So we'll get white dye and we'll get gray dye. Gray dye. We're still doing okay. Gunpowder. Paper. Night vision should be more of a purple in my eyes. Like a magenta. We'll do magenta. Purple. Magenta. Sponges should definitely be yellow. Almost there. There we go. Alright, so that's all of our shulker boxes renamed in our bundles except for one. And this shulker box. We'll just call this one supplies. Nice. Okie doke. And other than that, I mean, I think we've got basically everything, right? I mean, we've got a lot of this stuff organized really well. It makes sense what we've named things. We got all of the tough work done that we wanted to do today. We built an entire Guardian farm in one sitting. It's always nice. as needed. Keep some of that put away. And we're going to put the other stuff away real quick in our Handy Dandy toolbox. There's our brush, there's our flint and steel, nice. All of our other tools are put away there. Gold torches. Air? I don't know. I don't want to give too much of a crap. We'll put soul lanterns up above too if we ever get them, but doesn't matter. Go. Need one for golden apples at some point, but for now we can just keep those on us. Right, and with that, I think we have a pretty nice looking inventory here. We're pretty much good. So yeah, next time what I think we're going to do is we are going to continue working on our storage system. Going to replace all of the appropriate blocks with their corresponding thingy item frames. So that way we can get rid of most of the item frames. And then we'll have some more better miscellaneous sections that should keep life a little bit easier. So yeah. This should go another direction and not the way it's gone. Why did I do it like that? Weird. Anyways, do it like that, and then we're good. And there's all of our skulk stuff, all of our colored blocks, all that stuff. And then, yeah, we will keep doing some more reorganizing and chipping away at all of this. We'll still have to figure out what to do for sections like this where there's just a lot of empty space and we don't really have big plans for anything more. But yeah, no, I feel like we did pretty good today. Got a lot done. And again, coordinate-wise, I mean, we've got, whoops, got the space for a lot of things now, which is very cool. So that's supposed to go there, that's going to go there, and I think I'm going to put this away here. It was in fact a W Minecraft day, that is true. Yeah, I mean, otherwise, yeah, we can see all of our different chords there. I mean, there's always going to be more that I can keep in this book, you know, that are going to be kind of important, but it's nothing like crazy bad, you know. I'll probably have some gateway coordinates in like the end for its end coordinates, but most of this stuff is just biomes and miscellaneous spawners. Um, but we've got the main important things laid out. Eventually we'll have a waypoint for like the witch hut once we build that into a witch farm. That'll be cool. Maybe another one for the ancient city, but for like that secondary ancient city. Otherwise, we can actually keep these in here with our supplies, since they're not too important no more. And yeah, I think we are good. I think it's also thundering now, so let's go ahead and pop up to our bed and sleep. Call it a day. I think for the next stream, just to see if this actually truly works as a good proof of concept, we're not going to have the F3 screen at all for chords. Unless we are explicitly doing something that requires it, I want to try and be able to navigate the world off of that lodestone idea. Because I think it'd be nice, you know? But again, we'll get to it when we get to it. Wouldn't worry about it. But with that being said, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see y'all again next time. Bye-bye!